Hey guys, this is not a typical video I would make, but I want to kind of expand with the whole commentary, documentary side of things and that. But I wanted to get this video out and share my thoughts on the whole Bungie layoff situation in the video game industry and what I think about it, how I see it from my perspective, and as a YouTube channel. And overall, first of all, I like to give everyone who was laid off, including the veterans of company since 1991, I wish they all find new opportunities out in the video game industry or the hopes that other companies would take them in under their wing. Like I've seen some people on the internet comment about how 343 should hire these devs because they too were part of Bungie when they were making Halo from 2001 to 2010. And so I want to say that I hope these people find jobs and means to put food on their table before the holiday because this couldn't be the most like convenient timing in all of this year as 2023 is about to end. So I want to directly get into the Bungie layoffs, why it happened, what the reasons were, the history with Bungie, and the impact it has. So from what I understand, on October 30th, 2023, there was a meeting with the management team at Bungie that laid off about 8% of their staff. And the reasons why they did this is because Pete Parsons, the CEO of Bungie, said that the studio was quote unquote performing with Destiny 2. There's another source from like Bloomberg that said that like there was a 45% revenue loss, which when you consider the factor that Sony bought them last year or 2021, that a part of that really like hits Sony's brand and anyone who shares those stocks, it's gonna need to like it's gonna lead to concern saying, okay, what's going on? Are we gonna have to cut some fat? Are we gonna have to lay people off? And that's what happened. The management team laid off the most veteran of all people, including Michael Salvatore, who's the co-composer with Marty O'Donnell when they were both working on Halo, and also Lauren McLeay, who was unbeknownst the creator of the Halo logo that we all know today, the classic Halo C ring or whatever, and a few other peoples as well who got caught up. And the bad thing is that nobody was warned who was going to get laid off. Like it was just complete deception. And this whole fiasco is just really hard hitting for everyone in the video game industries. And I hope that these people could find a means to find work in their lives. And I know they are very hardworking people. And I want to emphasize, do not blame the developers. You know why? Because they were the ones who were begging the management to make changes because of the community who were telling them, like on the forums and everything, saying, hey, make improvements to this, bring this back, please give us more content. And then the management team were really hesitant because they were like, oh, whoa, we can't underperform because if y'all remember I think it was like August or late summer, they held their reveal of the final expansion, the final shape, and how this weekend at Bungie post, which was like a complete abysmal, like that's a whole nother can of worms to deep down into. But basically, the gist is that yeah, they were getting complacent. They weren't making PvP maps or anything, and yeah, it was just basically a spin in the face of the community. So overall, Destiny 2 right now in its state is really tough. And I'm seeing on the forums, like everyone is furious at the forums. They're saying cancel your pre-orders, don't buy the game, don't support them for marathon, everything. In fact, speaking of marathon, that got delayed to 2023, and the final shape was going to be released in January of 2024, but now it's delayed to June. I wonder why. And another anecdote is I heard from a source that the Bungie hired or brought in a group of Valorant players to play a bit of Marathon in its what is it like pre-alpha stage, and they asked them, I say, okay, are you guys satisfied with this game? Who would play it if it came out tomorrow? And nobody raised their hand. Like it was just the most preposterous, absurd, like publicity stunt act I've ever seen. Like they're so desperate to like who runs at Bungie? Like who is the management team at Bungie? Is a bunch of like ants? Are they run by ants? Is that what's going on? Like it makes no sense. Like this is the company that gave us Halo in the past from 2001 to 2010 and Destiny from 2014 to 2017 and Destiny 2, so on and so forth. So why is the management team getting complacent and firing off people who worked really hard and also spit in the face of the players? Like it just makes no sense, you know? Like this company has had like a tumultuous time since 1991. Like even before Halo, they were making games from like a very small group of people in Chicago, you know, and when Halo came out, when they were bought by Microsoft, it was going to be a revolutionary in the video game industry. So this was like from a company that was once beloved and really admired. Like even I wanted to work at Bungie, and I've applied to their site many times and got rejected. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. This company had a lot of high standards to bring up to everyone, and I'm not sure why. Like everyone is just the management is just complete like ignorance. Like the management is so bad. If anyone's to blame, it's the management. But people are saying blame Sony because they bought Bungie in 2022, and since they hold the IP and or since they hold the company at stake share, that's really primarily their fault. But all I'm saying is just blame the management team or the leadership at Bungie. It's not the devs because, as I said before, they were demanding changes to the team, and those leaders ignored them, and they repaid them back by laying them off, which is complete absurd and preposterous. So I wanted to make this video to give my thoughts onto the state of the layoffs and how it's really just going on about because I really care about Bungie. I have been a avid gamer for Destiny, like on and off since 2014 when they released the first one. And I really had like to make amends to Destiny because it really brought a lot of good people I know online to me, and also just how significant of a video game culture it has, even if it's really controversial. So yeah, that's about it. See you.